Hello, and welcome to Eden Live, where I am reading all of Eden by FREI live on Facebook and on YouTube with the recorder clips, then finding their way onto Instagram, IGTV. We are very near the end now of Eden by FREI live on Facebook and on YouTube with the we are there's only 3 more short readings to go. This is the pre-penultimate one in the entire series from volume 12, which is called Euphoria. And this is called Obsolemnum. Obsolemnum. Then always the inherent question to self. Am I going to be one who says, I would if I could? Or am I going to be one who says, I could, and I did? It's a loaded question, heavy with expectation, anxiety, pressure, even. And it's also maybe the wrong question, because if I could, and I did, what is remarkable about that? Isn't that what we do, what we can? If we don't do what we can, then what do we do? So, is the more pertinent question, am I going to be one who says, I could, and I did? Or am I going to be one who says, I couldn't, but I did all the same? I found a way. I learned how to do it. I overcame my reluctance, my objections, my fear. I surmounted the obstacles, of which there were many. I was told what I wanted to do was impossible, and I said, I hear you. I don't believe you. I believe what I have in mind may be difficult, it may be near unattainable, but impossible is nothing. I shall do it anyway. And if that is my way, and my way alone. There are so many who opine. There are so many voices that make up the din of the world. There are so many who have tried and tell you so. There are so many who know how it's done. From experience, from having done it themselves. There are so many who will dispense with advice, with counsel, with rules. These rules that are being laid down by being followed. These patterns we draw on the mindscape of our culture by walking the path that has already been walked, often enough for it to be seen, to be recognized, to be followed again and again, to be treaded into the ground until it appears inescapable. That's the way, the only way to go. No other way seems possible now. It has been decreed, not by authority maybe, by convention. What if the question is this? Am I going to be one who says, I took the path of least resistance, the path that was already mapped out for me, the path that I could follow conveniently, because it had been taken many times before. So much so, it had become a road and one much travelled. Or am I going to be one who says, I saw the path, I recognised it, of course. It held no appeal to me. I was curious to know what lies beyond the path. Where does the non-road lead? Whom shall I meet? And what encounter if I take the unmarked route? So that's what I did. I got stuck many times. I took turns that weren't so much wrong as simply dead ends. I had to double back on myself on occasion, and I cut myself in the thicket. My feet hurt, and my head. My limbs were weary with travel, with toil. I was alone, sometimes lonely. There were nights when I cried for want of shelter, for want of care, for want of some body to hold on to, for some mind to reassure me, for some light to guide me. I persevered. I continued. I had to. It was either that or the abandonment of self, failure complete. It was either going on or getting lost entirely in the wilderness. It was either holding on to the hope, the idea, to the notion that there is something yet to be discovered, something yet to be said, something yet to be thought, that is in one sense or other worthwhile, that has not in every possible manner been expressed before, that is not fully known, or becoming obsolete. Am I going to be one who says, I tried, I wish sometimes I tried harder, but at least I tried? Or am I going to be one who says, I tried and tried again, and I did not give up, and whatever the outcome, is there an outcome ever? And is that the point? Or is the point not a point but a wave? And that wave is the process, the doing, the thinking, the loving, the giving, the taking, the seeing, the learning, the sending, the receiving, the being. I put my all into it. Am I going to be one who says, things happened to me and I made it through? Or am I going to be one who says, I am the things that I did? Yet, to what end? There is no end. Then to what purpose? Let the purpose be bigger than me, greater if I dare think it so, nobler. Let the purpose be the ideal, the aspiration, not for myself, but for my world. The world not as it is now, the world as I know it could be. The better world that is forever in our power to create and seems forever out of reach. Because it is, both. But what if that is meaningless? What if we all mean nothing at all and are simple quirks of short-lived accidental matter in a constellation of incomprehensible, because random energy fluctuations that have no purpose, that have no meaning, that have no end and no beginning, that may or may as well not exist? What does that concern me now? Who cares if it matters or not? What need do I have for a reason? What I know is I am here, and I have so much time, maybe less, perhaps a bit more. What matters then, surely, is only that I be, in the end, one who says, that was my time well spent, that was my card, whatever these cards were, well played, that was my fellow human beings loved, my world respected. That was my work well done, my life well lived. And that was Obsolemnum from Euphoria in the Eden Miniature series, which is Eden by FREI, which was first published as a blog, but is now available as paperbacks and as ebooks. And you can find everything that you could possibly want to know about it at edenbyfrei.net. This is now coming to an end, but I hope I will see you again twice more, at least, because you may want to go back to some of these, or you may be new to them and start again from the beginning, in a narrative, in a concept narrative about the here and now, about the where, in a concept narrative in the here and now about the where, the wherefore, and forever, which doesn't, as such, have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And that is, I think, personally, the, if not beauty, then the character of it. That is very much its nature. So, until we see you next time, until we see each other again next time, being either on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, or possibly tomorrow, or whenever you find the next installment. Take good care, love and let love, and see